All right, I guess we're clocked in. Yep. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a pleasure having you here. I go by the name of Sweet. I am a spiritual healer. And technically, as a spiritual healer, what I do is that I help people to become emotionally and mentally balanced. And when I'm talking about being emotionally balanced, I'm definitely not referring to being polite or having manners or you know um technically not to act out. That's not what I'm saying at all. When it comes to being emotionally balanced, the part of it that I help you with is for you to identify, to understand, first of all, how your emotions are being created. Then at that point, then you'll get to understand your emotional pattern, and also you'll be able to identify those blockages, those emotional blockages that you have, right? So to balance your emotion technically means to be the master of your emotion. It doesn't have nothing to do with being polite. In other words, I may choose to curse you out or to use profanity, wholeheartedly while I'm very balanced. And nothing changed, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I could say motherfucker all day long, yet I am very emotionally balanced. That's me being in control of my emotions and knowing how to use it, when to use it. And, technically I'm the master of my emotions. And I also help you to become mentally balanced because that plays another part of you. Do you see what I'm saying? The discrepancy, between your mind and your emotions, that's when people are being triggered. That's what toxicity is. People who doesn't match their emotions, that's what they do. Do you see what I'm saying? In other words, when the your mental and your emotions don't come together, that's when, you have problems. You're not healed. So as a spiritual healer, I help you to become fully healed. And you do so pretty much by being mentally and emotionally balanced. And I help you, to identify certain things. Now, I guess I already talked about the emotional part of it. Let's just say your intellect. You have to understand I'll give you a perfect example. Like, how are you, let's just say as an American, it's being pretty much controlled, or how do you see things? Do you see what I'm saying? You have to understand, why do you see things this way? Let's just say, if you're saying that's what culture is, right? We do certain things a certain way, and a lot of times there's a psychological aspect that comes with that. Now that's when you have to understand the culture. See, that's what they do in that culture, and there's a state of mind that it comes with. So meaning, if for you to master your own, or to become mentally balanced, you have to be aware of these things. So you have to understand how your intellect is being shaped, how it's being conditioned. You can't be in control of your mind, and if it's being controlled by someone else. Do you see what I'm saying? So that type of work, that type of understanding. Now, that's what in the occult they call that. You delving into your darkness. You know what I'm saying? Shit. We're gonna bring that shit to light tonight. We're gonna delve into the darkness, and we're gonna bring the light out of it. Now, with that being said, that's pretty much what I do. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I do a lot of extra shit. You see what I'm saying? But hey, you definitely, and for a good one though. So now, if you're coming back, come on, guys. You already know, man. Stop playing. Mm-mm. Don't do me like this. Stop. Welcome. Welcome back. It's definitely a pleasure having you guys back too. You already know exactly what we do here. We break bread. And by the way, guys, I wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. Well, I think it's been about like 2 years now since pretty much I've been celebrating, this weekend I think I did a little too much. Hey, it was a celebration. What you want me to do? What you want me to do? But anyway, so the experience so far, man, and it's funny. I mean, it's very personal to me too. It's both spiritual. I mean, everything's spiritual, but it's. I mean, best. I mean, it's personal and as much as spiritual to me. And what I'm trying to say by that personal, because my dad always celebrated that. I always seen him, he used to do that. That's how he always does that because he was into metaphysics. And here I was just, witnessing these things pretty much. Never quite question. I did question him, but he told me this is the new year because we're celebrating life, and I remember that was exactly what his explanation was. But for me, what I'm saying, it was okay, cool. All right, I see it. Not really partaking in it, but for the past couple of years, man, like I guess with the growth and me embodying nature as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's beautiful. I did a little too much, but never too much, never too much. Nah, in terms of partying, staying late and stuff like that. Mm. But anyway, now if this is your first time, or even when you come back, it's gonna be part of my routine, guys, because I want to be able for you guys to understand what spirituality is. Now, with that being said, as a spiritual healer, of course, now for me to help you to become mentally and emotionally balanced, that I use spirituality. Spirituality is the pretty much the tool that we all use. The shaman, the understanding, that kind of knowledge, the occult, pretty much. And what the occult is, there's nothing superficial, guys. What I'm saying? It's simply, it's giving you a more profound understanding of who you are. In other words, here you are just living life or being trained to think a certain way, and now the occult is telling you, hey, motherfucker, you got a subconscious mind. You got a conscious mind. So all of these things are small things. Pretty much, they're trying to wake you up. They're giving you a deeper understanding of the reality that you are already living. So in other words, spirituality is simply your humanity. Now, the Indian always called this world a world of illusion. So meaning, illusion means it's not what it seems. So here we are in a world looking at things, and now you know spirituality now is giving us a deeper understanding of me and you and me and our fucking relationship, who you are. Then you have the Kabbalion now that gives you a set of rules for you to understand that this is all mental. But most importantly, they describe you as a as a living mind, because when you really get you know pretty much to the bottom of it, as you're trying to unravel your mystery, then you're gonna realize, for instance, my speech is nothing but a representation of my mentality. It's just being reflected, or it's being conveyed through words. Now I may choose to write that shit down. Yet there's a form of expression, there's an intelligence, there's a communication. And it's being done in so many different ways. So then when you start, okay, now you say to yourself, okay, so if speech is a representation of my mental, then at this point, what would my mental be a representation of? Then you're talking about a mind, something that's thinking, abstract, not your brain, but your mind. Again, it's to let you know that you are spirit. It's your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's your tool. It's what allows you to have a better understanding of this illusion, of the things that we're looking at that seem to be a certain way, but it's not. And as you grow older, you have a different, it's like you're traveling through different realities. But yet you're still looking at the same life. If there's a kid standing next to you, it's still you traveling still in the same life, but yet your perception of reality is totally different from that kid. And when we're trying to educate one another, that's what we're doing. Pretty much giving sights to them, help them to develop their inner vision. That's what spirituality does. That's what spirituality is. I could just drop the mic there and then get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But again, the idea is not, just to drop the mic. What I'm really trying to say is it's like, this is it. That's why we're here. That's why the name of the game is for you to be conscious, to become the Christ consciousness, the enlightened one, the bright one, the living mind. It's one thing to be a mind and then now a living mind. That's why it's not about birth or death, but it's the question is, are you alive right now? You understand what I'm saying? So again, without having to, what I'm saying, like this is what spirituality is all about. So it's not something that's outside of yourself. It's not religion. It's definitely not like a belief system because all of that shit comes out of us. You have your God, I got mine. Oh well, guess what? Different perspective, different realities, different world. Yet we're living in the same world. So understand when you become a Christian, you pretty much adopt that mentality. Then that's how you behave like them. So therefore, you start looking at life in a whole different way. You are the creator of your life. So Christianity, what they're doing now is for you is to make their God your God, because your God is your definition of your reality. I'm talking a little bit different tonight. I mean, shit. I got to bring it up for a second. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, tonight we have a wonderful topic, and it all ties in too. Because I've seen this statement from the Gita, Bhagavad Gita. It says, and you guys will see it in the title, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Men has self only as his friend or as his enemy. Now that is a fully loaded statement. There are so many things that is being said in that statement alone. They're showing you the quality in your vision. In other words, they're telling you it's what you make it, or what you're gonna make out of it. It's how you're looking at it. That's why I always tell people it's not how much you see, but how are you looking at it? Because you may think, it makes sense, but you're just saying a whole bunch of bullshit because you're looking at it wrong or from a surface level. And to truly understand anything, here we go again. That's why the hermit, you got to understand the nature of that thing, meaning you got to go in inherently. To understand anything, you have to inherently, have that understanding of it. That's why you hear some brother would say, understand. Bless up. It's all okay. I get it. It's to be able to look at different angle, to truly understand that thing in nature. So therefore, that alone, like you gotta be a deep motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because how else would you understand anything? But anyway, that's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get you to be that living mind. Come on, man. I'm trying to get you to find your beauty. So let's get back to that statement, right? So it's like already it's showing you your perspective, friend, enemy. But outside of that though, you also got to understand those two different state of minds comes with two different perspective and they create two different reality. When you look at yourself or the self as an enemy, then now you have duality. You have two different poles, opposite pole. In duality, those opposite do not meet. That's why it's duality, two poles. Now, polarity, on the other hand, when you say the self is your friend, y'all became one. There's no division, there's no separation. That's oneness. In other words, that's what they call, well, it's ma'at, it's harmony, it's balance. So, and again, I haven't even said, I mean, I'm just showing you. I mean, it's just the beauty for me, especially when I'm reading certain things because I'm able to pick it up that way. And that's the beauty of the word too, the art of war. I mean, well, maybe I meant something too by saying that, but the art of words too, man, and the beauty, and just to show you how those words are more than just words. They're not empty shit. There's intelligence. That's why motherfuckers do spells. So I'm gonna touch on that. I'm saying for some of my scammers, you know what I'm saying. I guess it might be time. You know what I'm saying. Some of my scammers, people who are doing the spells, black magics. I'm gonna touch on that later. I got a special episode for y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna dedicate this shit to y'all niggas. But anyway, shit, I'm wilding. So now I'm just showing you how fully loaded that statement is, and I'm also trying to, get you to see the different aspect of just that statement alone without even you, delving into the oneness and how you embodying and embracing yourself. And then now you have duality. Now that's when you have, like when people are telling you your ego is your enemy, that you they talking about duality. I'm saying that's because they do not have, let's just say, a deeper understanding of their true nature. They are not fully awakened because as you're becoming more conscious, that then you're gonna start feeling like, for me, I could see and feel the relationship between myself and my body, and understand that even the body itself, even in material um science, they telling you matter is not even matter. It's condensed energy. But in addition to that, when niggas saying you have to open up your third eye, isn't it part of the body? Do you see what I'm saying? Or you got to do your chakras, your chakra work. The fuck? Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm not neglecting the other part of your body, but it seems like the only perspective I feel like people look at. Pretty much. Okay, the popular belief is almost like when you look at the body, it's just like it's just It's not as valuable as your spirituality. For I mean, that's what the duality is, and it's almost like what they're saying, what they're telling you, for you to reach that level of consciousness, you definitely have to suppress the body. That's when they telling you your desires are no good, you're ashamed of your dick. I mean, that's the society based on our narrative, creation narrative, I guess, or narration that we have pretty much shaped our reality based out of that. So again, I'm saying all of that to say, it's pretty much it all comes down to duality and polarity. Now, polarity on the flip side of things, they telling you we acknowledge those are opposites, but we understand that opposite meet. They tell you so much so that what I'm saying, they take I think they use the example of love and hate, how they are pretty much the same thing, but they vary in degrees. So that mentality, isn't about, separating part of yourself and just accepting this part, and then you say that part is not good. To look at it this way, it's to look at, like the lesser part of your body. It's you not looking at the bigger picture. I'll give you a perfect example. Even your pee, there's such a thing as, I think it's called urination, some shit, right? Where you could heal yourself by drinking your pee and shit. Oh, and by the way, your shit, what I'm saying, the sewers and all that shit, what I'm saying, farmers appreciate. A lot of farmers, they do appreciate your shit so they could grow your organic food. You see what I'm saying? So even on that level, it's not as bad as it seems. Your menstrual cycle, there's a lot of magic, blood magic that could be done out of that. Again, it's just showing you not just the magical part of it, but I think there's other shit that you can actually do with it too. Anyway, I'm not getting into that shit. But to make a long story short, I'm just showing you, even on the level where, certain shit, you might look at it as being. I remember I used to know this girl, and she said, why do I gotta take a shit? She told me, yo, I hate the fact that I gotta take a shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no shit. I told the bitch no shit. But anyway, let's get back to what we were saying. So, technically speaking, especially people who hold a duality perspective, they always like to put the body to shame. But at the same time, they talking about the chakras. All that shit is in the fucking body. They talking about you opening up your third eye chakras. Certain shit you gotta eat. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like how okay, how are you looking at it? I mean, we're not saying that part is not part. It's not part of it too, but that's where you stuck. Like, okay, that's part of it, but there's a whole other shit that's also happening here when you raising your fucking Kundalini and all that shit from the back of your spine. Isn't that your fucking body? So again, the body is more than what it seems. You know what I'm saying? That's why you could drink your pee right now and heal yourself. Okay. Enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I'm saying? Your shit's for your organic food. Again, even on that level, it's not what it seems, right? I remember I was actually watching the movie Seven. Pretty much in that movie, they are depicting that, how this world is just the Gnostic perspective. It's pretty much telling you this is a lesser world, this is an evil world. Why? Because it is a physical world. So therefore, anything that is physical automatically is bullshit. Do you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As if this bullshit somehow has miraculously been created or just existed by itself. Yeah, they say it was by us, our lower self. Again, showing the disparity, right? They're creating more of that separation to show you how bad the body is. And that perspection is a limited perspective because you're not looking at it from both sides. You're only looking at the body as you taking a shit, but yet, what the fuck happened to your third eye? The shit I gotta eat to open it up, or the shit I gotta put right here, whatever the fuck it is. How about the chakra work? Because I remember, like, for me in my early beginnings, when my medulla got activated, I didn't shit, nigga. I was so scared. I'm like, what the fuck? That was early on as I started, doing the studies and shit, because I was surely but slowly, awakening my consciousness and raising your kundalini too has a lot to do with that. And your chakras too, man. It's all mental too. Because as your body, anyway, this is just beautiful. So I remember me. Anyway, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Like when my medulla oblongata got activated, because it was a shocker for me, man. Because a lot of my growth was happening, and I had to catch up to them. And so a lot of these things were actually taking place. I have witnessed myself changing, and I'll give you a perfect example. One of the first thing, because I never used to have dreads, right? One of the first thing as I started delving into the knowledge, started just growing my hair in the middle of nowhere. Like, and the shit about dreads too, motherfucker, like, you would have to pay me. I was so much of and on my pretty boy shit, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it tight and all that shit, you know what I mean? But it comes to find out that, well, I mean, I'm the issue here. I'm taking accountability. You know what I'm saying? Being who I am. Hey, listen, you tell me what side I look better on. Inside, outside, on the side. You tell me. But anyway, so just to get back to it, showing you also the relationship between your spiritual and your physical. Because I was going through that transformation, it was, again, that's how my consciousness, now has become, my body has become an extension of that. Because as I was growing, that's how I was becoming a divine feminine. Then I started growing my hair. My intuition started growing. That's that transformation. The Buddhists use something called the lotus, because it pretty much open up. Do you see what I'm saying? So that type of, the words got to be made flesh. I am a spoken word, baby. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a living spoken word. You know what I'm saying? I am the word. That's why your spirituality has to materialize. Even Jesus has to descend to ascend. You understand that? The way to go up is to go down, baby. You know what I'm saying? And those are what the spiritual laws are all about. And that's what makes this a fucking illusion too. Because you can't get it. I mean, you can't just grab this if you want this. Because this is not what you think it is. So what the fuck are you trying to grab? So I'm saying this also to say that's why there are laws. There's a certain things you got to do. It's almost like you got to do the opposite of what you're looking for you to get what you're looking for. Because you got to look at it from a different perspective. That's what the illusion is all about. For instance, if you're looking for love, you got to love yourself first. That's how you are projecting and creating your reality, whether you want it or not. And that's where spirituality, it embodies all of those different belief system. It's way more than that. It's part of that too, but it's way more than that. You understand what I'm saying? So again, oh man, we're talking some shit. And that's what the road to transformation is. You know what I'm saying? And that transformation will be reflected in your being, in your vibration, your energy. That's when motherfuckers be in your presence, they're like, yo, this nigga's a god. You already know. The words got to be made flesh. Are you living? That's what the question is. Don't worry about death and birth. Those are just portals. You go in, you go out. But what's going on while you're here, though? But again, to look at the self as your friend, now it's for you to embrace your ego. It's for you to pretty much have an expended ego. Because when generally speaking, when you say such and such have an ego, now you also showing how the self now is that person enemy. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you say, yo, this thing got an ego. You look at him, you're like, yo, man, you fucking your own self up. And that's what most stupid motherfuckers do. Or, and when you're not, and by stupid, I'm trying to say, when you're not emotionally fucking balanced, then your shadow self is the one guiding you. You're being operated by your shadow self. And that's what sleepwalking is. That's what being quote unquote dead is. Now, for you to be conscious now, you know what I'm saying? You got to flip it around. Not even flipping it around. You got to embody everything. You're conscious. And that's pretty much what self mastery is all about. That's how you transcend the reality. Your heart becomes light. Shit. Feather ain't got shit on you. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this whole thing is about. Now, I mean, of course, consciousness, but when you become one, when yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's when you become in alignment with the person that you are. That's why I give you guys some tools for you to get, because when you start follow your passion, I'll give you a perfect example. Or, your uh what's the word? Your bliss, right? There's a transformation. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a relationship, there's a self-interest, there's a journey that you're going through. You're being guided, there's a transformation. Because a lot of it, you're gonna have to use your intuition, you know what I'm saying, being in that journey, alone. Like that's why you see people who follow their fucking passion. They have a different understanding of life. They're a little more aware of that connection between the physical and the non-physical. In other words, if you want to call it spirit and matter, they're one. So if you understand your reality as you being spirit, then it only makes sense to see that it's all mental. When you look at it this way, matter doesn't even matter. Then now you'll be looking at different planes. You know, how do you know, like, when you become conscious in this life, they'll tell you if you learn anything about the not the Egyptian Book of the Dead, yo, that was a deep one too. The Bardo something by the Tibetan, pretty much. That's why they call it the Book of Life too. Isn't it the Book of Life? The Book of some shit. But technically, they use it. to talk about death. They're telling you it's a transformation. But then that's why even the book of the dead too, it was the same thing. When you're thinking about the book of the dead, really, and then when you go and read the book, it's telling you all about life. It's telling you all about life because it's all about being living. You got to be alive or being truly conscious, knowing who you are. That's the name of the game. That's what this whole thing is all about. So, but anyway, I think there was something I was going to say about that. That's how when Jesus said, like, oh, how the fuck did he say it? If it's like, how do you, okay, fuck Jesus, right? So let's just say when you say I'm gonna go to paradise, but it's based on what you do here, right? Let's just say you gotta have good behavior. So in other words, your good behavior, like, so it's like you already made it down here. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna go to heaven, you got to make it down here first. So that's why, like, when you become conscious, that type of consciousness, you have transcended all reality already. Oh, come on now, niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's what motherfuckers are telling you, you know what I'm saying? And now you saved. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you say you saved, man. Yo, I was lost, but now I'm saved. You feel me? Well, I'm here to save you, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But the save that you're saying is like you get to see things better. It's almost like, what I'm saying, you like in a different world too. All of this shit's taking place right here, right now, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a nigga that came from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Who done fucking transition. Now living in a whole different neighborhood. That nigga changed his whole fucking reality. Manifested a whole different world. That's why if you want to change your life, change your thinking, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at it this way. You are the creator. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the message was all about. That's what our ancestors left us to let us know, to wake us up. Yo, it's all about you. You're the one. Hey, wake up. Hey, Christ, that's you. Wake up. And that's what we're doing here. Recollecting, transcending. But you can't do it by having yourself as your enemy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you fighting like a never ending fight here. That's your fight clubs. That's your ego fucking you up. In other words, you have a limited ego, and all of that is based on what you know. Look at it a certain way, a different way. Your ego automatically got your back, nigga. Yo, that same ego that was fucking you up, now you partying with this nigga. I embrace my motherfucking ego, nigga. I love my ego. I love you, baby. I love my ego. My ego is my protection because I have expended it. I have created a whole other reality, whole different perspective. I had transcended, transformed my ego. This nigga like a motherfucker. Light with the jab. He light with it. Again, it's how are you looking at it? It's everything that's in front of you, but you're just looking at it wrong. How do you get it so wrong? because we're looking at it from a separation perspective, which is it's not ma'at, it's a duality instead of polarity. That's when you understand, the two sides of the same coin. How can they have an issue? It's the same coin, right? All right. That's why, what I'm saying? Like the ones, we're not concerned about Earth, man. Not concerned about Earth. It's not my concern, man. We're good. Nigga, I'm good money. You know what I'm saying? Because I see through the veil. I know who I am. Do you see what I'm saying? And hopefully, I'm trying to get you for you to see who you are. But again, you are the creator. My job is pretty much, help you to reflect. I'm trying to get because you seeing both sides of you. I'm trying to show you all the different angles of yourself. And that's what we're doing when we're talking about what the spirituality. It's all mental and physical. You know what I'm saying? Your spirituality is your humanity, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Don't hurt yourself. Embrace everything. And making a friend of yourself, it goes a long way. That's self-love. Some people are beating themselves up, man. Like yourself is your enemy, nigga. What the fuck? Why are you drinking poison? You thinking I'm gonna get hurt? That's stupid. Who does that? You're poisoning yourself, not me. You know that? Not on this side, player. You know what I'm saying? You hurting yourself. Hey, I guess it's yourself. Like, hey, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do your worst. At this point, it's only entertainment for me. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, wow. That's how you choose to do it? Okay. All right. Bet. Hey, bet. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what it comes down to. But again, spirituality is it's us, and it's hard for me to dissociate any other type of conversation. That's why, for me to talk about spirituality, is very important because you got to understand it's not something that's outside of you. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like when niggas are talking about the streets, like the streets is outside and everything else is just inside. Like they don't think the FBI is outside. You know what I'm saying? They don't think there are people watching you outside. Do you see what I'm saying? They just think outside there's nobody else. Like the lawyer's not fucking outside. Like the fucking doctors are not fucking outside. You see what I'm saying? But when motherfuckers want to do illegal shit, they call it street shit. All right. And then the legal part of the streets, which is still from the street, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. That's just the way it goes. Everybody's outside, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say if you didn't get anything about what I just said, just know everybody's outside, whether you're conscious or not. What you make out of it when you're outside. Now it's now we're dancing. You know what I'm saying? That's when this type of knowledge is for the living, the people who's about applying this type of shit. The target and the aim. I mean, the aim and the yeah, and the target, right, has to be one, baby. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge and the knower. And that's how you're becoming that living mind, man. You're shining out here, baby. You have your hollow, you know what I'm saying? You're looking good. You know what I'm saying? You're giving blessing to the children, man. You know what I'm saying? You become someone worth and someone who has integrity. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's alive. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're touching people. That's how we're exposing all of you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And like I said in the beginning of the video, that's how I go into the darkness and bring the light out of it. What a light. You see how beautiful this is? You know what I'm saying? And everything that is in the dark must come to the light. That's the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And even in the darkness, obviously there's light in it. All of these things are different metaphors, but understanding too. And you could see it in nature too. When you're out for a while, even you know what I'm saying, your vision shift. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's that's where I walk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't know, Now, with that being said, so I'm just gonna stop it there, guys. So, but random, you know, now on the flip side of shit, right? It's like be careful out there, people. There's a lot of scammers. I almost got myself caught in a fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a lot of infatuation. You know what I'm saying? So, where, with scamming, people forging document using my name, bunch of crazy shit, man. You know what I mean? Trying to steal my fucking inheritance and shit. Trying to get me trapped. You know what I'm saying? So in so many words, these niggas were trying to, you know what I'm saying? You know how you get a breaking news? You know what I'm saying? Then you'll be seeing it would have been my video, right? Especially the media be funny. They'll probably, get a part where, this Haitian nigga talking about self love. And then he was just forging document out there. You know what I'm saying? So these people, man, shit, lucky for me, Spirit revealed me a few things, and it's just crazy, man. Like, be careful out here. And some of these people, like, I was able to find out who they were, um, and there was like this married couple, um, Carmel Morris with this Michael, whatever the fuck. So what they do, they scamming people, man. They scamming you. You know what I'm saying? Think they have people like in the fucking police department, whatever the fuck. But this shit, when this shit comes out, it's gonna be big because there's a lot of shit that tied to it. But at the same time, too, you never know. Like it might be, I don't know, it might be a federal thing, because there's a bunch of bullshit involved in that. And these people, those group, right? These motherfuckers like are in sex trafficking, killing people, you know what I'm saying, doing ritual on people, scamming people. And this one motherfucker was using my name because she so wanted to be me. The obsession of this bitch with my energy, it's just unbelievable. It's like some lifetime obsession, psychopath, like wow. I mean, shit, I appreciate the love, but god damn. You got it that bad? You know what I'm saying? So this bitch got it that bad. Yo, I have a feeling, I wonder, like, she might be walking around telling people, yo, man, it's talking about my name. This is me. And in fact, she's a copycat, take my material. But this anyway, anything I have here is for you guys anyway. So, I'm not even tripping over that. Well, I mean, I put it out there for y'all motherfuckers, right? So thank you for your help. You know what I'm saying? You get some views. But that's some crazy shit, man. Like the number of crimes that these people are in. You know what I'm saying? Forging document, like bunch of shit. You know, and their connection is pretty deep. They're part of a ritual group, like crazy shit, man. When I started, cause see the thing is, this bitch, I never even dated that bitch, man. It all started, I guess, she felt rejected. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I met her, I was probably like 20, 21, whatever, man. Like, like we probably met online. I don't even remember how I met that bitch, but I know she was a hoe, right? And then, yeah, I did fuck her once. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe started telling people I was her boyfriend. I don't know what the fuck it was, but when that shit happened anyway, I know she was a hoe. And then she told me that she loved me and shit like that, wanted to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I gave her the college speech. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I was in college. I said, yo, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I gotta study. I ain't got time to be in a relationship. But, you know what I'm saying? But that was my way of smoothing shit because what the fuck? You a hoe. You see what I'm saying? So, make a long story short, bitch felt rejected. So in my mind, I put her in the friendship zone. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at this bitch like you got a dick. You know what I'm saying? So so that way pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But to her, it was all about some lifetime shit, man. I think I'm gonna make a movie out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Movie out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then she said, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Then went and got married. I went about my life. Mind you, if I'm telling you like 20, right? So now I'm 41. So I've probably known her for about 20 years, bro. Nigga. Shit. I was gonna. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Yo, if I don't know like that infatuation, how that shit came about, because well, I'll tell you what, if I called her 10 times in 20 years, I would be shocked. So let's do the math. That would be, let's just say hypothetically, one call a year. So that would be 20 calls. So in those times, like if you find 10, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I highly doubt that shit. So it was always her and then going in and out. Like, who gives a fuck? It's like I don't want to be with you, and then I'm supposed to care. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, anyway, so the bitch developed like a deep, and of course she was envious, jealousy, yo, some lifetime crazy shit. They said, I can't let you go. Yo, she got it bad, man. So now she probably lied to her fucking husband. Now here's something else too, because both of them are scamming me. All right, but this shit's gonna come out anyway. So these niggas trying to get me on the breaking news. You know what I'm saying? As a fraud. Can you imagine that shit? You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga. Mm-mm. I am what I speak, man. You know what I'm saying? The story's gonna go different, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, God damn, they see integrity here when they look at this. They see love and respect. It speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? What you get is better than what you see. Unbelievable. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Must have told that stupid muff. Now, keep in mind, Oh shit, I got a lot of stories, man. So when I found out, of course she told me like I gave a fuck, right? And then can you imagine? That's why some guys sometimes they, say obviously they married and shit. Hey, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Love is love, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm gonna tell you what. I never believed in love until I saw that shit. That's what I'm like. I was convinced, and I was fucking 22 at that time. So no wonder why I'm all about love today. So y'all taught me love, cause I'm like shit. Like everybody knows she was a hoe, and this nigga like, yo, that's my bitch. Not just any type of bitch. Married the bitch. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw that shit. I was like, God, there's a God. You know what I'm saying? Love is love. It's like felt like these motherfuckers could have, went to my man Kevin Samuel show. You know what I'm saying? We have to drop a little something. Be like, I'm a hoe and I'm married. What the fuck you talking about? I don't cook, I don't clean, motherfucker. And I'm a hoe, nigga. What? So now I like, yeah, I believe. That was the moment I believed. You know what I'm saying? At that moment, I was made a fucking believer. I'm like, there's love. Love truly exists, right? So, with that being said, player, there's absolutely no qualities or anything that your wife has that I need or want. Let me say that again. There is absolutely no qualities, no attraction whatsoever. I don't know what kind of story you've been told, player. You know what I'm saying? But now you're just gonna go to jail too, man. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? How you let her play you, dog? Her play? Oh yeah, she did. Kid probably not even yours, dog. You know what I'm saying? Nothing personal. Nothing personal. Man. Yo, these motherfuckers are doing heavy black magic. They trying to take your boy out. And not knowing whoever the fuck they talking to fuck with me. I don't think you understand. You know what I'm saying? You should know it by now. Like trying to, but I gotta say, she's a good fucking magician, though. You know what I'm saying? Because she used to try to send her energy through music. Oh, I stop all that shit. All that shit. I gotta give her credit on that, though. You're a good magician. You good. You good. You just can't compare where you don't fit. You know what I'm saying? Go where you belong. Know your position. You know what I'm saying? We in different classes, dog. I understand. I understand. Now here's something else they actually did. So they went and read my Akashic record. So now they know pretty much what's going to happen for me in so many words. Like she found out that I'm going to fall in love with the person I'm supposed to be. And by the way, if you're watching this girl, you know what I'm saying? I'll stole you around me though. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, you know what I'm saying? I thank you for your protection because I hear you protecting me. Okay, you know. Okay, well, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But just so like, and the way they actually describe you to me too, right? It's like if you see Matrix 2, they told me you're Trinity, baby. So if you see Matrix 2, right, there was a part where Neo was actually stuck in the building, right? They were supposed to meet with the architect, and then some shit happened. Now, Trinity got to go in the fucking Matrix. And Miles at that time said, "Hey, Trinity, you only have 5 minutes. You think you could do that?" And her response, that shit always gives me chills. They told me that bitch is like that. Kennedy said, "Man, in less than I'll tear this fucking shit up in 5 minutes." Well, baby, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Listen, they can stop this. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you are of quality. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. I guess you are speaking for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for your protection too. You know what I mean? I wish I know more, but the spirit say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll know you when I see you. So I'm gonna see you when I see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see you when I see you. And I'll see everything about you. So now with that being said, so when they told me she was that type of Trinity, I'm like, God damn, that's a bad motherfucker. She's a divine masculine too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's that way. You know me. I'm like, oh, oh, come on now, come home, nigga. Shit. Now, if you know anything, you know what I'm saying? And here's something else too. They found out that this bitch gonna love me for me. So you know that bitch shit. She's gonna work me out, huh? Right, baby, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Ooh, ooh. We'll talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? We don't want those hypocrites to listen to our conversation. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, so stealing my shit was just not enough, right? So I guess what this bitch really wanted to do was to fucking, because think about the grudge, right? And then had to turn it down again, but that's a whole different story too. So the grudge. Now, I mean, I'm making a movie out of that shit. I swear to fucking God, and I'm not making none of that shit up. But anyway, the people who knows know. So, oh man, I'm wilding. So this bitch is out there lying and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Forging document, using my name, trying to steal my shit, gang stalking me, like, like real shit, bro. But watch. You know what I'm saying? You watching me? You should be You should watch her. You know what I'm saying? You watching me? Alright. Listen, man. Shit, nigga. Man, the bitch has fucking SD AIDS. It's AIDS. Cause she's got a disease. She's gonna die from it though. Anyway, it is what it is. That's the choice. That's her choice. And all of those black magic death shit she did on me and so many other people too. Cause this shit had to stop. So many innocent people. Like it's crazy. This shit is big, man. Whew. They're trying to trap this nigga here. Like I'm just any type of motherfucker. Oh, like just like that, nigga? Come on now. Yeah, I had to wake these niggas up. They didn't know who they were fucking with. Ain't no fucking level. How you do something like that? You slappy. Your work is slappy. I'm way ahead of you. We're not in the same class. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you're gonna do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Keep trying to take over the world. You know what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers' magic was pretty good too. If it wasn't me, man, the magic was good. The spirit was showing me some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they even have like a blinding spell on fucking. That's why they've been doing this shit for a long time. And that spell was broken. You know what I'm saying? On the whole fucking FBI shit. Yeah, they were moving that way. And there's so many different. Oh man, this shit is deep, man. Shit is deep. They trying to get your boy in the mix of some bullshit, dog. Like nigga, what? I'm not here for all that shit. I'm saying I know way better than that, huh? Come on, man. I told you, man. Yo, I sell everything for what I for this peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? I'll surrender everything else just for this. What? Found beauty, baby. Nah, man. Come on, man. You know better. Stop. I said, stop stealing. That's not good. Stop. You can hold on to it for me. I said, yo, the more you, yo, this shit's gonna be hot. Listen, it's getting hotter. Can you feel the heat? I know you're feeling the heat. Oh, I know you're feeling the heat. Come on, man. You playing, you playing checkers. This is chess. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you can beat me at my worst. Meaning you throwing rocks and you hiding your hands. And I don't even know who's throwing those rocks. You couldn't even beat me there. Then you know what I'm saying? So now, oh man, I gotta make a story out of that shit. I gotta make a story out of that shit. Because at one point, so when I friend zoned that bitch, right? Then now she's probably saying to herself, because you know hoes. Well, I shouldn't say I know hoes, but most in the whole mentality they like to depend on other people. You know, they look for niggas to buy shit for them. You know what I'm saying? That bitch was always broke too, man. She's going on vacation, broke, like bullshit. Bullshit. You know what I mean? I guess you got a pussy. Who said you don't have an ATM? Ah, my bad. I thought you were broke. You had the slot machine right in there. Hey, take it back. Listen, that's part of being a man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it correctly. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it correctly. So now, niggas, listen. Anyway, fuck that shit, right? Oh, let me get back to you know what I'm saying. Uh, you know what I'm saying, girl. You know what I'm saying. Stop playing. Right? Listen, we're gonna travel together, baby. You know what I'm saying. Your boy's gonna be looking good. You know what I'm saying. And you know, I already know you're looking good. You know what I'm saying. And then, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna make it work. Oh man, that's what they don't like about you. So they find out about you. So now they doing spell trying to, you know what I'm saying? And they don't you know what I'm saying? You know, thinking there's something that's gonna happen. You know, man? And everything's being backfired. That thing. You know what I'm saying? I know they know, like, yeah, it's that way. I know you know. Oh, I know you know. How? Because I know too. I told you you were okay. You're okay, but man, you know what I'm saying? It's not enough. Not enough. You know what I'm saying? I know you trying to, you know what I'm saying, get a little bit more, trying to amped up. I get it. You're gonna have yo, listen, I look for a good opposition. And right now, I mean, shit, I didn't even want to speak on that to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But Spirit told me the watchers wanted to listen to that too. You know what I'm saying? Because they already got proof. They shit. My name, nigga, I'm clean, clean like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, I guess I just that was for them. Oh shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's about to be that time too, though. I mean, to every beginning, there has to be an end. Yeah, that's just you know what I'm saying. And then the whole new cycle start. You feel me? So, and this is the beauty for all of us too, because we get to witness this whole shit. You and I, we are sharing such a special bond. We get to experience this shit together. I get to see your I don't know. I don't know how I can describe that yet. But technically, it's like you eating poison and expecting me to die. And I'm looking at you like, why are you doing that? Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You don't see I'm okay? And then what you do comes back to you. You put it in you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even direct it at me. You put it directly in you. You put it in your mouth. Like you're getting a dose of your own medicine. Everything you ever expected from me. Well, okay. You want me to be poor. Wow. Not having a job. Ah. What else? You had a whole list. So technically, this all of that shit was premeditated in the sense of like crushing. You wanted to have me by the balls. You were pulling a Donald Trump on my ass. And then afterwards, you will probably laugh about it and say how I got this motherfucker. I didn't give you that satisfaction, right? It hurts. That's why you hurting. You know what I'm saying? That's why you hurting. Get it, man. Shit. Hey, it's either you or me. And it's not gonna be me. I'll show you that. Well, you tell me. It's all good. I love your heart though. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love the passion. Because I'm as passionate as if, or obviously a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, we, what I'm saying? But yeah, nah. It's like by the time you figure out the game, the players are not even playing. Like, what? Come on, man. That was yesterday. Fuck out of here. You doing yesterday shit. But it's just incredible, man, to even see how someone's shadow overpowers them. Because for me, that's what I'm looking at as a spiritual healer. You know what I'm saying? That disconnection, that separation between the intellect. That's what anxiety, depression, that envious jealousy is not all that bullshit, like pure dumb shit. Like this bitch is a representation of all that. Like pure ignorance. And it's like she's making the best out of her ignorance. And I'm just watching the shit. It's like if there is a way to be stupid, think if there was an Oscar, that bitch would have won that fucking Oscar. Like I'm the best stupid bitch ever, and she's reflecting that, and she's acting on that, and she's not giving up on that. I admire the passion. I admire it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, listen, passion is passion. You know what I'm saying? It's like being in the game. Yeah. You getting your hands dirty. I see you getting your hands dirty, literally. You know what I'm saying? So, sex trafficking, even murders too. I heard, pedophiles, lesbian. Oh my God, God, this nigga wanted to have me by the balls. Oh shit! And it's like, I'm like, that's why they call it the cornerstone. You know what I'm saying? On the stone that the builders rejected. And now when they rejected it, then at the end of the game, that's that they can't finish up the game. I'm saying can't finish up the game, baby. That's what that stupidity, delusion. I don't get it. Well, I guess that infatuation, maybe. Damn, baby, you got it bad, girl. You know what I'm saying? You a married lady. You know what I'm saying? Love your husband, all right? Just do the right thing. Hey, please, your husband, please tell your wife to stay away, man. Do your job. You are the husband, bro. Listen, man. I mean, hey, you guys are doing crime together, at least. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys are both criminals. You know what I'm saying? Am I lying? Am I lying? So, hey, you know what I'm saying? Be in charge, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you can't even manage that. Damn. And then there's also a Marie. So it's like it's a group. It's a group of them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what I'm saying. They have those little ritual thing that they all do, but they don't be knowing how I be knowing. Like, well, I'll tell you. I'll give you this bitch again. She snitched on everybody. She's thinking about me all the fucking time, and I'm picking up all of her fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Because in her mind, she's thinking, because she's thinking like she's sending those messages in a sense of, I don't know, like those spells, whatever the fuck she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I would somehow. I love her. I don't want nobody else. I want you. No, not you. Not Trinity. You're too much of a good girl. I want a hoe. Ooh. Shit. Yo, that would be pure fucking magic, though, for real. You know what I'm saying? I think, did you do that on that nigga? So, you know what you know. That's how you trap that nigga, too. That's why you trap him. He was trapped. And now you're trying to put the best trap thing together for this dude here. Nigga. Nigga. Yeah. Hmm. What you doing? Really? That's the best you got? Mm. Can't wait to see you neither, though. But I'll be seeing you differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean that heart a little heavy right now, huh? A little heavy. I get it. I get it. So okay. So let's see how can we solve this. You know what I'm saying? How about fuck you and fuck your apology, bitch? You know what I'm saying? That's how we're gonna solve this. Okay. I want you to know this is how we're solving this. Fuck you and fuck your apology. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're gonna get what you deserve, and keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And come to see how I'm feeling. You feel me? Put poison in your mouth. Come see how I'm feeling. And then you're like, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. I'm the one passing away. You know what I'm saying? Don't you worry about it. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be passing away as you're closing your eyes, and I'll be looking at you. Say, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Everything and everyone in that group is gonna get it. One shape or form. No one is exempt from this one. It has to stop. It's not just for me, but the other people. It had to stop. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry. That's the sound of the police. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. That's the sound of the police. Woo, woo. Don't worry. It's got to stop, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine even trying to frame me into that shit? Like, what the fuck? And I'm like in a whole different state too. A lot of these scammers, man, they're right here in the States. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers live in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? They're doing online scamming, like all kinds of bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? They put in a lot of work though. In you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then what like it's like it's like to look at myself. Then let me just imagine, like you said, sorry, sorry. I'm trying to see what would be the best face. Sorry. It's gonna work. Does it matter? You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. It matter to do what? That's why I thought. Mm, 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 mm. To do what? To say what? Come on, man. It's all illusion. That's what you're projecting. But you can't create an illusion to somebody who sees though. You can't unsee what you see. Do you see what I'm saying? You cannot unsee what you see. Oh man. But anyway, I think I'm gonna stop it here, guys. So, real quick, because niggas, you know what I'm saying, they were trying to but the breaking news is gonna be different. It's gonna be a whole different breaking news, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're breaking the news in a whole different way, baby. We're creating a different reality here. Stay blessed. I sent. Ali.